Hello, my beautiful ones. We're going to be waiting a little bit until everybody comes in. And I'm just seeing that there's a passcode missing. So I'm going to be. Hello, my beautiful ones. We're going to be waiting a little bit until everybody comes in. Now I know how long the buffer is to the buffer is to the YouTube channel. That's good to know. Mm. All right. All right. I'm going to get started a little bit. Hello and welcome, everybody. This is our first Surf Your Spirit journey. I'm very excited for this. If this is your first time here or on my channel or in my community, my name is May. I always like to say the neurospicy cyber witch next door. Um, I have, you know, a spiritual background learning all kinds of different kinds of forms like shamanism and different energy works. And my favorite, the one that I really dove into and studied over more several years, is the Hawaiian. There we go. And I keep on talking and saying stuff, and it's completely muted. So I'm going to try to get back to what I was saying. I just wanted to introduce myself real quickly. So my name is May. I go by the neurospicy cyber witch because there's two big hearts in my chest. On one hand, I do like technology, so that's the cyber part. And on the other hand, I do have a very spiritual, yeah, very spiritual side that has done personal development for so many years. I've studied different kinds of paganism first, and then dove into shamanism, and then dove into different kinds of energy work, being the highly sensitive person that I am. And I would say for now, the last station that I had, that I studied over many years and am still studying and living it, is the Hawaiian philosophy. But I'm mentioning all of this because I want to share that's how an ADHDer probably moves through life, that we don't have a very straight path. There's so many different ways that we go through, and um, that has been mine. I still see that there's one thing in common. It's always a spiritual path, and it's always about, learning for myself how to connect myself with the spiritual realm, and how to, get the help from our spirit guides to support us in our day-to-day life. And so that's the important part for me. That's what I believe is very important, and that's one of the things that I want to pass on to my viewers, my followers, the people in my community, that I believe sorry, that I believe that we all can be empowered, that we all can stand in our own strength, the more we learn to listen to ourselves, to our innate wisdom that we have, and to connect ourselves with spirit guides. And however you want to call them, if you see it as your own, personal guidance, yourself, your higher self, or the divine that you connect with, or if you call them, like I like to call them, my ancestors, my spirit animals, my dragons. I have had a couple of dragons. Since a couple of years, I just received my fourth, that is learning some things with me. And there's a couple of more beautiful, wonderful spirit animals out there. I would even say some extraterrestrials, but that's, for everyone to decide. In the end of the day, for me, it's all energy, and we can, use this form of divine energy to support us, however we want to call them, however they want to show up. Because when we do what we're going to be doing today, is we're going to be calling in, the spirit world to support us in wherever we need support right now. That's the important part for me, because I believe 2025 was a pretty strong year emotionally for everybody. And, we're just getting out of it. We're coming into 2026. We're sort of just getting sorted into this year. And there's already so many things happening on all kinds of levels, in the macrocosmos as well as the microcosmos. So, on a world basis, political or not, or emotional basis on our own, and it doesn't matter. I know that as highly sensitive ADHDers, we tend to be all over the place. So I was thinking on two things. I have to say, it is also a little bit selfish. I'm also doing it for myself, for the same reason as I am doing it for you, because I want to create a safe space that we can, come together once a week, where I can help you, guide you to connect with your spirit guides, and then use this to really come into your strength, into your power, set intention for, for the next week, so that you get maybe inspiration from the spirit world, where they will tell you, what is, something good to look at, right? It's new moon. It's the very first new moon. It's in Capricorn, that energy that helps us build stuff. Whatever intention we set in today, that can be commitment for ourselves for the next coming months. And so this is something that we want to have. And there might be someone out there saying, May, how am I supposed to feel myself? How am I supposed to know all that? Don't worry, we're creating this space. You're going to be, I am going to be guiding you into a journey, so that you can have the space to have a conversation with whichever spirit guide wants to show up today. We're going to leave it that open. It's going to be this open. If you are a clairvoyant person, you're going to be seeing something. If you're a Claire listener. I'm not sure if I'm saying the right names, but there's the listening form. You might be hearing your spirit guide, you might be seeing, you might be feeling, or you might just have the innate knowing that your spirit guide is right there. I want you to know that they will be there. They might not all be seen by everybody. And please don't push yourself too hard. If you don't see anything, just keep on going, keep on listening to my voice and just follow along, because it's about tuning in, aligning your energy into that. And maybe you won't see something today, but maybe next week, right? Or this meditation is being recorded to YouTube, so you can come back to it later in the week and come back and try again. But I'm pretty sure that most of you is going to be okay. And for everyone else, we can find a way, talk to me, and then we can, we can talk about this, right? This method, the way I'm going to be doing it today and every week, is inspired by spirit, because they are the ones that are asking me to do this. They are the ones that gave me the idea, that put that idea into my mind, being, feeling guided again for myself, grounding myself back to the roots basically in this. And so they are going to be guiding me. It can, so I can't promise how the journey is going to go. This is something that I have been doing for many years now, for others, that I connect to my spirits, and then we go on this journey and we'll see whatever happens, wherever we're going to be ending up. The important thing about the form of journey that I do is that it's important that we connect to your spirit guides, whoever wants to show up. Sometimes it's going to be maybe ancestral energy. Sometimes it's going to be spirit animal energy. Sometimes it might be angels, right? So there's all forms. And the thing that I ask of you is to be as open as possible, to allow whoever wants to show up here for you to show up. Anything, can be. And if you start doubting yourself, don't worry. Whatever shows up first, that's going to be the right thing. And maybe it might be one thing today, something else next week. So however it is, allow yourself, give yourself grace. It's all good. It's all good, right? Don't push yourself too hard. There is going to be days where it's not the right moment to do this kind of journey. So just, it's okay. Take it as a wellness journey. That's what I used to do when I had those kind of moments where my brain was too much in overdrive. The meditation itself, or the journey itself, is still going to help you to ground yourself back into your body. So even if your mind is going bonkers all over the place, that's okay. Allow those thoughts to pass by, because even though you might not follow along with my journey, that where I guide you, you're still, being there with the energy of the group that we are having tonight. All right. So as to the intentions that we set the intention that we want to meet a guide, your guide. And the second intention is, then once you meet your guide, if it's your first time meeting your guide, allow yourself some time to get to know that being that wants to show up today. And if you've already met them before, if you are already, if you have some, insights to it, or if you've practiced this before, then you might already know that spirit guide that shows up. Then you can dive right into asking them, for example, questions like, hey, how should this week go? What kind of intention is going to be good for me? What should I know in advance of the coming week? Is there anything that I need to be aware of, or, focus on, or take care of, right? And if you don't feel like doing that because you feel like it's too much other stuff, or if you feel like, hey, May, can you give me something? Like, I don't want to think about my week. I want to prefer to think about something else. There's always, today is new moon energy. So we're really in the new moon. It just happened. We're minutes away. That's why I wanted to start today at this time, because we're actually starting with the new moon moment, right? The cusp of it. So now it's growing back again. The moon is growing. So now it's time to build up, right? So you can build up. It's new moon, new year. You can use this connection to your spirit guides to, think about what's ahead this year. What do you want to commit to this year? And for me, and for you also being an ADHD, it's also about remembering for yourself that you're a magical being and that you're not broken. You're not a broken being. So releasing that story of being too much or sort of like a glitch in the matrix, being too little to something. No, you're perfect the way you are. And I know it feels so far away sometimes. So use this time if you want to speak with your spirit guides about exactly that. What can you do to change that, to reframe this story that you might be telling yourself of being too much or too little or not enough, right? Because I want you to use this energy because of this moon to remember that you are who you are, this beautiful being. And it's about remembering who you are. All right. I think this is the perfect start for today. I hope I haven't forgotten anything. Oh, and another thing that for me is very important, being, ADHDers and for us being who we are, is that if I'm taking you on this journey, and I'm taking you on this journey because I want you to feel good and to feel safe. So if you feel like you need to start moving, you're going to be seeing me moving as well. If you feel like, I mean, I'm not going to be walking with a laptop. I'm just going to be moving in front of you, in front of the camera. But if you feel like doing movement, if you feel like, maybe even you want to just listen to me, take me, put your headphones on and go for a walk. Please be always aware of the street if you're in traffic. Um, but do that if that is what makes you feel good. Do that as long as you stay focused on my voice, as long as you're following along on the journey. If not, enjoy the energy of the group that we have. And yeah, I think that's it. If you have any questions, you can ask them later inside, in the chat. If you're on YouTube, on the chat option, I think it's on this side. You can type it into the chat if you want to, if you have any questions. You will have a little time afterwards. And if you are already inside of my community, we will take some more time inside of Zoom to have a little more deeper talk about tonight, about what's happening there. If you just want to share, or if you want to have any questions, we can do that. That's something that I'm offering everybody that's inside of my community. So in case you want to join there too, you can find the community link under the video and you can join there, so that if you want to next time, you can join through the Zoom room. Yes, and stay a little bit longer in this energy. All right, with that said, my beautiful soul, I'm going to turn on the music right now. Here we go. You should be hearing it too. And now to dive into this wonderful meditation. If you feel like it, make a little last move before we dive into it. And then bring your focus to your breath, how you're inhaling and exhaling. How you feel the air entering your lungs and exiting them. And now I want you to go with your attention towards your crown chakra, that is the highest point on your head. And imagine all of this wonderful universal energy going in through your crown chakra. When you inhale, like you're sucking it into your body, and then it fills up your whole body. And when you exhale, it comes out through your navel, through your belly button. And it takes with it all that you don't need anymore. Anything that doesn't serve you anymore, it just flows out of your body. And you feel how every exhale releases everything that doesn't serve you anymore. Any worries you've been having, they're all flowing out with the breath. And new energies entering through your crown chakra. And then release through your navel, through your belly button. And you feel like your body becomes more and more relaxed. And in that relaxed state that you're in, you allow your mind to come to a place somewhere in nature where you feel comfortable. This can be in a forest, at the beach, on a mountain. Allow your intuition to guide you to that place that is right for you right now. And let's use this moment here for you to arrive. Feel into this place. Do you smell maybe the fresh flowers or the salty beach? Do you feel the dirt beneath your feet? Or can you sense the wind softly caressing you? And maybe you even hear the noises of the wind going through the trees or some insects buzzing. Just allow your senses to be sharp as to the place that you're in right now. And while being here, you start recognizing around you, somewhere at the edge of this piece of nature that you came to, you see a portal or a doorway. It can literally be a door or whatever comes intuitively into your mind. And that is your very personal entrance into the spirit world. So you walk closer, and maybe the closer you get, maybe you can even feel the buzzing on the other side. And you open the door and walk through it. You walk through it. And on the other side, you see the spirit world or feel it. And here's the place where you can set the intention. You're here. Maybe they're already waiting there for you. And you can already see them and feel them. And if not, set the intention that you want to meet your spirit guide. And I'm saying it like this because it can be one or more. It can be ancestors, animals, spiritual beings. And whatever comes to your mind first, that's the right thing. Don't doubt yourself. Just connect. If this is your first time, ask them for their names, for their roles in your life, or ask them whatever worries you right now, or ask them how they can help you manifest and call into your life whatever you want to call into the next couple of days, weeks, or months. Have a conversation and remember to ask for what you desire. I'm going to give you the space right now to have this. But if you feel like your mind is drifting away, come back to the intention that you want to have your talk with your spirit guide. Let's slowly bring back our attention. Finish the last sentences. And before we leave the world of the spirit, the side of the spiritual realm, we invite the new moon to give us its blessing for the next weeks to come. Maybe you receive one intention or sentence or blessing from the new moon directly while we are here connecting to its energy. The one that helps us go through things for ourselves. That helps us through all the cycles, and just like the moon, we grow and we become smaller and grow again. And with this blessing, you receive the reminder, the anchor of all the things that you want to call into your life or look out for in the next week. Ask your spirit guides to give you this anchor now. How can you remember to bring your focus back in alignment with them and with yourself? What is their reminder for you this week? With this last reminder, we say thank you to our spirit guides, to all the spiritual entities out there supporting us, and to the new moon for allowing us to have this space here today. And in gratefulness, we turn to the portal or to the doorway that we use to come in here and walk back through to that wonderful place in nature where this journey started. And being here, you allow yourself to let everything sink in and start taking deep breaths to confirm everything that you heard. And to support all that, You bring your attention back to your crown chakra. When you inhale, you bring in universal energy that flows into your body when you inhale. You let it go through your whole body. And this time, instead of the navel, you exhale it into the floor through your feet. And you feel how all of this grounds you back into your body. And another deep breath, inhaling universal energy and exhaling it through your feet. And whatever energies that are not serving you anymore are released into earth to be transformed. And you take one more deep, deep breath. And whenever you're ready, whenever you feel like it's all right and you're back in your body, start acknowledging where you're sitting or standing. And maybe you want to move your body again. And whenever you're ready, just open up your eyes and come back into your here, into your now. If you're yawning like me, that's energy you're releasing, coming out of your body. Maybe you're sneezing or yawning, maybe even burping. Those are all just signs that your body's moving energy. I'm opening this space for you to come back slowly, be here. And for the YouTube community, if they want to ask or share in the chat. Or you can just let it all sink in, all the information that you received today from your spirit guide. Use it wisely for this week. And if you want to, and if you feel like it, we can see each other again here next Sunday, again at 9 p.m., 21 o'clock CET, yes, Central European Time. And if you want to share a little more, come join my free Cyber Coven. You'll find the link in the description. And then you can even be part of this via Zoom, where we can share and talk a little bit longer. going to say goodbye to the YouTube community and looking forward to seeing you next week. Until then, my beautiful ones, remember, be graceful with yourself. Aloha.